Every year on St. Patrick's Day, people repeat the same story. St. Patrick drove the snakes out of Ireland. But here's the strange part. There were never snakes in Ireland, so if the snakes weren't real, what exactly did he drive out? Patrick wasn't born a saint. He started as a captive, taken from his home as a teenager and forced into labor in a foreign land. Years of isolation changed him. Captivity has a way of doing that. It teaches you what people are capable of, and it teaches you what you will no longer tolerate. When Patrick eventually returned years later, the story says he drove the snakes out. But historians believe the snakes were never animals. They were symbols of corruption, of destructive forces inside a community. The kinds of things that move quietly through families, friendships, and towns. Things that poison what should have been peaceful. Patrick didn't fight people. He removed the poison. And sometimes, removing the poison means removing the snakes, even when others pretend they belong there. Not every battle is about winning. Sometimes it's about deciding what no longer has a place in your life. Old stories call those things snakes. Today we might call them something else. But the lesson hasn't changed. Peace often begins with removing what destroys it. So the next time someone says St. Patrick drove the snakes out of Ireland, remember this. The snakes were never animals. They were the things that should never have been allowed to stay. If you enjoy stories that look at old legends in a different way, subscribe to Fireside Chronicles. And like the video to support the channel, because sometimes the oldest stories still explain the present.